Honorable. I know you're going to be like, Jay, stop that.
Hey, stop it,
Honorable Donald McLeod.
Yes.
I can do your intro, but I'd love you to do it for us, just because I know you're going to keep it humble, because that's the type of person you are. But go ahead, let them know who you are and what you do.
So I'm Donald McLeod, and I'm a judge in the Ontario Court of Justice.
Good. I like how you kept it simple, a judge.
That's it, yeah.
I can run off your resume with all the
How
things
dare
that
you.
you've done, but
Yes.
you're my boy.
Yes, you are.
We are friends and we are
Yes,
brothers. And
yes.
we knew this because when we saw each other, we didn't shake hands, we didn't dab. We were two grown men hugging.
Yes.
Because we embrace each other when we see each other.
Yeah.
And that's what this thing is about.
Yeah.
Embracing who we are,
Yeah.
despite where we've come from. We know where we're going.
Yeah.
And you hear the idea and the concept. The first time you got the call from Mark, what did you think about it? First, I want your first emotion.
The first emotion was love.
Right.
And I'll say love, just like I love you, you know, and you're right, we didn't have to dap or anything like that, you know. I think it was love for the idea of us as men being able to come together. It was love for Mark himself, for having this concept. It was love for the idea that there's a principle past this that we were going to be delving into, that we wanted to look into, the idea of giving flowers now, you know. I just thought it was a brilliant, beautiful concept.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm going to dive right into it. Donald, you and I have been at many close friends' funerals.
Yes.
I'm going to bring up Cameron's because I heard you sing there and I know he was a brother to you.
Yes.
And watching you sing there, it brought me to a moment where I was like, how can he? Because I know the memories that were throwing through your brain at that time. And we often have times where we lose our brothers or we hear they're ill and we know we could have went over to go say something to them, but our days were busy. We'll get there tomorrow. How important is it to give our flowers when we have that opportunity and it presents itself right now?
So you use Cameron as someone who's obviously a very big part of my life for decades. And I think it is important. I think it's important to tell people not only how you feel about them, but where you see their purpose, not just to everybody else, but also to your life, right? So, I know you're interviewing, but the purpose that I see for you is someone that's worked very hard. Look, I know when you were starting.
Yeah.
You know, so it's important to be able to give Jay Martin the flower that says, you give me determination, you know, you give me purpose. And I think as Black men, the idea of being able to navigate through pride and find humility is a very hard thing to maneuver at times, just because of how we've been raised in this sort of social construct.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, and I also think that the flower is more important when not just here to give it to you, but to make sure that when I'm outside, I'm giving it to somebody else about you.
Right.
So I can say to somebody else, you know what, I saw Jay Martin, you know, I saw Sherm, I saw Click, who was just here, and I saw T, and I thought, you know what, these are good people, but now I can lay their flowers at the feet of producers and CEOs and, you know, film companies to be able to endorse them. I think that flower goes further than just a praise ornament.
Right.
I think it has to have a fundamental purpose that has to be grounded in something.
Right.
And so I think it's the flower can only be representative even outside of you. So I give you yours.
Right.
But I hope that, you know, when I'm talking to somebody who can impact on you, I also have a flower for you for them.
Correct.
And that's what I'm hoping.
And, you know, last question for you, because society, especially our society, when it comes to being negative, it just moves like fire. You know what I mean? And this project helps negate that. We'd love this project to move like that same fire, to attack that fire. Because, you know, gold, we can't get gold.
That's right.
Without fire.
Yeah.
So upon this initiative, and wrapping up, how do we take that? And you've done a great job in explaining how to give flowers to those about the flowers we get. But how does the other person be able to send this charge even further than we could even imagine? How do we do that? Do you think there's an answer for that? I know.
I think there is. I think if we, when we start to have this understanding, and maybe it's easier for you and I because of our history.
Correct.
But there are many men upstairs that I don't know their history, I don't know who they are, but there's a credibility gap that gets jumped as a result of this.
Right.
And so now the understanding is that every man that's up there, even the men that are here using the cameras, the reality is that the credibility gap has now been curtailed, that now we be telling people, this person is good, this person is good, that is good, this is great. You've got to be able to do that. And I think we've got to be able to push it further. I think we will. I think when we have the discussions upstairs, we'll be able to find what the solutions are.
Perfect. Right. Thanks for coming, my brother.
I wanna give you your flowers right now.